As kids, my brother and I were never really into traditional Thanksgiving food, so my mom or grandmother always made us a pasta dish. This Thanksgiving, I'll be mixing it up a bit, making my homemade ricotta ravioli. I love food and I love to cook. The best stories are shared in the kitchen and at the dinner table. I'm Andrea, and these are my cook tales. As much as I love food, typical Thanksgiving food has just never been my favorite. While I've warmed up to it as an adult, I always prefer a good pasta dish on Thanksgiving Day. It reminds me of being a kid, when my mom and grandmother always made sure everyone was happy, and that meant more to me than the turkey and dressing. My ricotta ravioli is all homemade from the cheese to the pasta, with a little fall twist. And don't worry, it's easier than it sounds. Start browning the butter sage sauce by heating a stick of butter, 20 sage leaves, and a dash of salt over low heat. For the ravioli, you can use store-bought ricotta and pasta dough, but everything is better when made by hand. Check out the links below for my simple ricotta and my essential pasta dough. Cut the dough ball into 4 equal parts. Working with each piece of dough one at a time, form into a thin rectangular disc, then run through a pasta rolling machine on the thickest setting. Continue to run the dough through several times, adjusting the setting each time until the pasta is about 1/8 to 1/16 inch thick. Lay a sheet of pasta on the counter, and if your work surface is too short, cut the dough in half and trim the edges. Spoon about 1 teaspoon of ricotta in the middle, spaced about 1 inch apart. Brush egg wash around the edges and fold the pasta dough over, pressing around each filling to remove any air bubbles. Using a biscuit cutter, cut the ravioli out into half-moon shapes and use a fork to crimp the edges. Cook the ravioli in batches for 2 to 3 minutes or until they float to the top. While that's cooking, finish the sauce. Take it off the heat and add about 1/4 cup of freshly grated parmesan and stir together. And finally, pour the sauce over the ravioli and top with more parmesan. Wow. This dish is the reason that I say homemade everything if you can. That ravioli dough is so fresh and the ricotta is so creamy, and it definitely tastes homemade. And the sage sauce just gives it such a Thanksgiving-y, warm, cozy feel. Get your family in the kitchen this year and get them to help you make raviolis. This dish is an absolute winner, and you have to have it at your Thanksgiving. For details and for more stories and recipes, visit andreascooktales.com. I would love to see your Thanksgiving photos. So on Instagram, tag me at Andrea's Cook Tales and use the hashtag MyCookTales.